Hey Collective, it's Intuitive Pisces Moon and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate your time and energy exchange. If you are new here, I'm so happy to have you. Welcome to my channel. And if you've been here for a while, I appreciate you all so much. And today's reading is going to be just a tap-in. There's no agenda. There was nothing that I was called to speak on directly. So just trying to see what's going on out there, what needs to be addressed, what the situations are. So if that sounds good to you, we're going to jump right in. And we're going to take a look at what's going on. I did recently just post all of the astrology readings for the next week, so check those out. Check out your sun, moon, and rising and see if there's anything in there for you. All right, Spirit, let's get a start on this reading and tell me something that the collective needs to know at this time. Thank you. Wow, great start. All those just wanted to come out. They came flying right out. So we have animal totems. This is animal energy and power. We have your eternal spirit. This is your higher self and sacred intuition. Then we have connections. So this is partnership, contract, and commitment. And then we have current of emotion, uncontrolled feelings. Very interesting start here. So let's see what we have going on here, and we will tap in a little deeper to this. So I'm going to go ahead and read from the book on this one. I was called to do that. There's an important message in here. So for this first one, the animal totems. This card reveals the presence of some powerful animal totems who want to share their unique energy with you. These are totems that are natural objects or animals with which you feel a deep, energetic connection. Any animal can become your totem if you see it repeatedly or if you feel a strong resonance with it. Animal totems bring spirit messages and bestow special energies that are unique to their animal's earthly experience. On this card, for example, the leopard represents great personal power and grace. The owl shares wisdom and clairvoyance. Deer medicine brings new perceptions and enhanced physical senses. The fox vibrates with sexual energy, fertility, and feminine expression. The hawk bears messages about your life purpose and visionary powers. From insects to elephants, the world is filled with endless examples of helpful energies from nature. Be open to their many blessings. Your affirmation for this card: animal blessings abound in my life. I am open to all the wonderful qualities, energies, and messages that they offer. So have any of you been seeing any form of these animals in your waking life, whether they're out in your reality? Maybe you are seeing some of these ones that can be seen, or at a zoo, some sort of situation like that. They could show up in a different way as well. I'm getting that they might show up like in a crystal form, like we have a snake here. They could be showing up in pictures. They could be showing up in dreams. There are many ways that animal totems could be showing up in your life, and they are all here to deliver a message. So based on what I just read, if any of those animals does call out to you more so than the others, then it is very possible that that message that correlates with that particular animal does have a message for you. So Spirit is saying to open up and listen and pay attention to whatever that is. All right, let's get into the tarot and tell me more about this animal totems. The Nine of Swords, okay? Some of these might be coming to you to give you reassurance about something. So you might be a little worried about a situation, and they're here to just, again, kind of reassure you that everything is going to work out okay and there's no need to worry about whatever the situation is. I also just saw a cat. Maybe someone's passed on cat is also showing up to them. The Queen of Cups. Okay. Okay, so it could be an emotional time for you, but one of the things that the owl represented was intuitive nudges. So the Queen of Cups is very intuitive, very caring, very loving, very nurturing. So it's very possible too that you're getting in touch with that aspect of yourself, and maybe this is unfamiliar to you. Or maybe your powers are just growing. I'm also hearing that. Okay, what else? The Four of Cups. Okay. Interesting. So with the Four of Cups, there's something that we are apathetic towards. And I'm getting that this is going to be different for each one of you. As far as your journey, what you're in the middle of, what you're finding yourself doing, what you're adventuring towards. Okay, I just heard the word journeying and journaling. Okay. So you might be writing something down at this time. Okay, so the message here is regarding the Nine of Swords and getting it off your chest. That's okay, so that's where that writing and journaling is coming from. Whatever this is that's heavy on your heart at this time, it's actually detrimental to you right now. Like, the message that's coming through with this is that we are meant to feel our feelings, okay? And not to bypass them. So whatever's got you in your head too much and not enough in your feelings, your heart, your emotions, Spirit's calling you to journal about it, because this is taking over from what you're supposed to be feeling at this time. So get it out of you and, write it down, put it on paper. And again, I'm also getting this card is coming in for this as well. So you collective may be experiencing this current of emotions right now, and you're trying to stifle it rather than flow with it, right? It's hard to fight against the current of your emotions. That's the message that they just gave me. So if it is easier for you to get into that, journal about it, okay? It's almost like what you're being asked to do is, if this is too much for you, take it piece by piece. So what specific emotion is triggering you at this time, or what is it you're specifically trying to stuff down? And then focus on that, journal about it, then take the next emotion. It's almost like you have a lot of emotions coming towards you all at once, and maybe you're just overwhelmed with it and can't figure out what to do with it at this point, okay? So you do have help in the form of animal totems. So this is also taking me to shamanic dreaming, shamanic journeying. Maybe you are called to look into that and do some research on that. Or maybe the other thing that they just gave to me as a bit that might be useful to you is to find yourself a shaman who can journey back and help you find the pieces of your soul, like your soul fragments that have been left somewhere else. Okay, so take that as it resonates, whatever that looks like for you. That was what they were giving me here with this message. So I'm going to get one celestial insight to go along with this card here for this pile. Give me one to go with this. Thank you. We have allure, cherish. Cherish the beauty that attracts you. Have you been too busy to appreciate the good things around you? Take time to enjoy and value the moments and people that bring you joy. All right. So, gratitude. I'm also getting that, again, when we feel things, yep, they're taking me to the heart in that picture. When we feel things, including heartbreak, it can be very difficult to process things. So it feels like some new, fresh wound has triggered some old wound within you. And you're struggling with it because now all this current of emotions is coming back up from some past hurt. All right? So you can't fight this. You need to figure out an outlet for this. Yeah, I'm getting that you can't bottle it up, or you can't stuff it down anymore. It's time to let the floodgates open. All right. I don't know who that message was for. Hopefully that resonated with somebody, but that was all that came through there. Like, something has got you so in your head about some situation, and it's bringing up a lot of emotions for you to process right now, and it feels overwhelming, like it's too much for you to handle. So Spirit's just asking you to get it out on paper, to write about it, take one emotion at a time, maybe one situation at a time. Like if this heart situation is from, let's just say, 2 or 3 past major relationships that caused heartbreak, or whatever the situation is, to take them one at a time. Look at each one of them and ask yourself in a journal prompt, what did I learn from those situations, and what could I have done differently? Okay? And don't look at it as I 100% blame the other person for everything that occurred, okay? That is a victim mentality. We cannot put ourselves in that place, that position. Spirit wants you to look at it honestly and say, here's what happened. Here's the honest truth. Like, we gotta stop shoving down the what happened and ignoring it, or acting like it didn't happen, or acting like it didn't hurt us. That's the biggest thing. There's a wound inside that needs to be healed, and Spirit's just calling you to go down and pull it back up, look at it, assess it, express gratitude for it happening, take the lesson that you learned from it, and move forward with it. And then let it go. Because it's not doing you any favors by holding on to it any longer. And in fact, it's causing you fear, worry, anxiety, all the fun stuff. And I'm saying that very not literally. Okay, let's get to this next card here. We're going to move on from that. This is your eternal spirit and your higher self and sacred intuition. So people often define themselves according to the restrictions of their human bodies and mental and emotional patterns. They rarely focus on the unlimited power and value of their spirit. But if this is your approach, it only limits your happiness and your experience of value in the world. This card heralds a time of great spiritual value. You are at the point where you can finally awaken to the full and ever-present power of your eternal spirit. This very real side of you preceded your present self, going all the way back to divine consciousness, the source of your true identity. Meditate on the sacred intuition of your inner voice and the radiant wisdom it brings. Let go of limitation and commune with your perfect sacred identity. The more that you turn to the eternal spirit within, the more truth, beauty, and blessings will adorn your life. I love it. All right. So there's something at this time that your higher self is calling you to do, to look at, to face. It's like your higher self already knows the way, and that's part of going with the flow of your emotions, and that's why these emotions are coming up right now. So you're just being called to trust in whatever's occurring right now within yourself, even if it feels unfamiliar. And I'm getting that that's why we're in this 9 of Swords energy, is because it's change. And change can immediately bring up fear. But your soul already knows the way, and your mind can only comprehend what your limitations are, not what your soul knows that you are already, which is a limitless being. So let's see what else the tarot has to say about this. What else do we need to know here? Seven of Pentacles. Okay. What I'm getting with this is that some of us may not understand this concept, and it feels like it's like a new concept, and we have not yet adapted to how limitless we truly are. Like, again, we're still stuck in something where our mind is preventing us from acknowledging all that we can be. The Ten of Wands. Okay. But here's the thing. You've hit a dead end of sorts. There's no more going forward in this old energy. Okay? Like, I just heard trap of the mind. If you let your mind rule your life and your actions, your decisions, and not from your heart, then you will just remain where you are. If you keep stuffing down the emotions, not feeling what you're supposed to feel. What else? It's like this cycle wants to end, and that's why these emotions are so intense right now. Spirit's dumping it all on you at once because you didn't look at it in the minuscule parts before. The Hierophant. So again, very much here you're being asked to just remember the lessons. These things that happened to you in the past were just meant to help teach you something. They were not a punishment for anything, okay? And actually what I'm also hearing, speaking of the word punishment, is you are mentally punishing yourself. It's almost like what this feels like is you feel like you're labeling yourself as a failure, or what else? Guilt. There's guilt involved here. That's all that's coming to me at the moment. But what this feels like is you are your own worst critic. And you're unnecessarily carrying around this burden that you don't need to be. All right, we have the Eight of Swords at the bottom. This is you in your mental trap, feeling trapped. Like feeling like you can't do anything more than you're doing right now, or that you can't go any further in life, per se. Again, it's the limits you're placing on yourself. Your soul already knows the way, and your soul is trying to guide you through this process at this time, so trust that and go with the flow. That's very much the message that I'm getting. All right, let's get one of these celestial insights for this pile. We have Spirit. The power of your spirit is always there, quietly supporting you. If you feel lost, take time to listen to your inner voice. Through meditation or simple outdoor activities, you can reconnect with your inner strength. So that message just came out again. This card very much mimics the other card. So it's like maybe you haven't had experience in trusting your intuition in the past. And I'm getting that if you are a masculine listening, maybe it's your inner feminine that's trying to support you and guide you along this emotional current, these uncontrolled feelings, okay? There could also be an external feminine to you. If you are a feminine listening, this is again still your internal feminine trying to guide you through this process. Okay, so if you've been too much in your masculine energy, your feminine is now trying to come forward and help you through this emotional turmoil. I am getting that it's turmoil because it's a lot. It's like a lot to deal with all at once, and this is unfamiliar to you. All right, let's go to the next card. This is connection. So we have partnership, contract, and commitment. This card indicates that a personal or professional connection is at hand. This may be a new friendship, romantic love, or a kindred spirit with a shared interest or activity. This could also reveal a deepening love in a present relationship, bringing a strong sense of camaraderie or increased intimacy. Alternatively, the partnership here could be more of a business connection, such as a joint venture or a new job. It could even take the form of a contractual commitment. The sale of a property or the resolution of a legal issue is likely to go in your favor at this time. However, this important commitment takes shape. Be open to all the new connections coming your way, including profound new relationships with caring spirits. This card foretells blessings of love, friendship, and shared good fortune expanding in your life. Your affirmation is wonderful connections abound in the universe. I am attracting all types of happy and beneficial relationships to me now. All right. Let's get some more tarot for this pile, please. And the Hierophant can also be traditional things and marriage. So I don't know if any of you have ended a marriage or are in the midst of that. This is, contract is here. So it's like contracts are going to go in your favor at this time. It's not in the reverse. Reverse typically means divorce. But I'm also getting with that there might be a distrust in relationships because of the previous heartbreaks. Okay, so don't let that affect your future. We have the Six of Pentacles. Yep, because this new thing is going to be balanced. It's going to be equal give and take. If this is business or romantic or friendship, doesn't have to be. Could be all the above. The Magician. You both manifested this. You both probably have been through some similar situation over here and have asked for something to be balanced and to be evened out. Maybe you both gave way too much in previous situations, and now it's time for the giver to receive. And then we have the Page of Swords. So there might be an incoming message, and what this feels like is someone's thinking about sending you a message. May not be a message yet. It's like I'm thinking about sending you a message. Maybe they too are stuck in this current of emotion, and they're like, I don't know if it's time to do that yet. Okay, let's get one of these cards. What do we have to go with this pile, please? We have courage. Yeah, that's what I was getting with this Page of Swords. Courage is the power to overcome any obstacle. Are you facing a tough decision? Don't shy away. Take that leap forward and discover your own strength. All right. You may be at a crossroads. This other person, this connection, they may also be at a crossroads. Like just kind of thinking about reaching out, but not sure yet. Maybe they're trying to build the courage to be able to do that. Like, when should I do it? Is it appropriate to do that? Because this person is contemplating this, this does feel likely like somebody you've already met before. This could be like a long lost friend, maybe someone you had as a friend in childhood or earlier in your life. And time has passed between the two of you. And certain things, like what they're showing me, is certain things needed to line up in both of your lives to be able to come back together again. So whether this is job related, career, financial, friendship, romantic, whatever the situation is, there was some sort of separation, and it was required for both of you to build something back up to where you are now. And it feels like the milestones have been hit. They're actually showing me dominoes. It's like the dominoes had to be set up for the track, you know, however that is, like the long track, and then they all fall over and then it's time. So it's like the stuff wasn't ready the last time. That's what they're showing me. All right, let's get into this last card, this currents of emotion and uncontrolled feelings. The raging river on this card signals a time of great upheaval with strong, seemingly uncontrollable feelings. You may already be experiencing an emotional situation at work or in your family, or one may be coming your way. You can stave off the problem by taking a logical, objective approach. If you don't get swept away by high emotions, the situation can be short-lived. Perhaps these high emotions have been a way of life for a while. Chronic anxiety or depression can make you feel overwhelmed and get you seriously out of balance. This agitation reduces beneficial attraction, for a raging river can only push things away. It's time to look at your reactions and establish a new way of doing things. Get some clarity about what's actually stimulating these strong feelings. Difficult emotions come from negative thoughts and misinformed beliefs. So calm down, vent your feelings in appropriate ways, and choose more positive thoughts. This will allow you to take the action needed to honor your process and resolve things. Your affirmation: I remain balanced and peaceful. I perceive the situations around me with calm clarity, and my actions are tranquil and methodical. All right. So this basically is reaffirming what we've already discussed here. So they're saying that a lot of what you're going through right now, even though it's emotional, it's still a mindset thing. Okay? So if something is coming up and it's triggering, it's time to look at it from a different perspective. How can you react differently? What is it within you that needs to be healed rather than continuing to push it down, whatever this is? Okay? So let's get into the tarot for this card. What do we have for this pile, please? The Five of Pentacles. All right, so that's a lack mentality. That could also, I'm getting abandonment wounds. Feeling like you're going to be left out in the cold, or maybe you have been left out in the cold, still stemming back to abandonment issues. Page of Pentacles, afraid to start something new. Like to put the work in. That's what they're giving me. And that's why it's been stuffed down before. Okay, what else? And the Fool. Yep, it's time to let go. It's time to start all over. And you know what? Sometimes starting all over is the best thing that you can do. Starting from zero. Because whatever you have built up to this point has not been built on solid foundation. So Spirit wants you to go back and look at what you've built and figure out how can you view this from a different perspective and build it so that it is more solid. Okay? Like not from a lack mentality or from an abandonment wound. That's really what I'm getting here. All right, let's get one of these to go with this pile, please. We have emotion. Oh, look, more emotions. Your emotions are guiding you through life's challenges. Have you been suppressing your feelings? Wow, I can't make this stuff up. Let them flow naturally, whether joy or sadness. Your emotions are your strength. That is very important to note, because what I am getting now is there was likely something within you that made you suppress these feelings, okay? And maybe it was the notion that emotions were not a strength but a weakness, okay? And again, I'm very much getting this in particular for masculine energy. Doesn't have to be though, there's many times where feminine energies, emotions are stifled as well. And in so speaking, your intuition is also stifled, because that's what gives you intuitive nudges. It is your emotions, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have hope. Hope is like a light in the darkness. Have you been feeling discouraged? Remember that difficult times are temporary. Hold on to hope, and it will lead you toward brighter days. So it's taking me to the Shawshank Redemption. And one of the things that Red says in there is that it's the hope that will kill you. You know, some people just feel like they're going to be stuck in some situation forever. But then you had the other guy who was like, no, hope is the only thing that keeps me alive, you know, and he's the one that escaped and got to live his life out somewhere, you know, while everybody else just kind of accepts their fate, if you will. So Spirit's asking you to, again, change your mindset on something. Have hope that things can and will change and that they will improve and they will get better. Okay? Everything that's going on here is coming up for a reason, and a lot of it is just stemming back to your mindset of how you believe things are or they should be. And in journaling about it, you can actually process this information from a practical standpoint. And that's the other thing that you're going to be asked to do here, is look at things from like an outsider's perspective, right? Don't be like so in the middle of everything that you're going through that you're putting too many emotions into it. Step back and look at it from like an outsider's perspective, right? How would you analyze the situation or process the situation if you were someone else looking at you and your situation? All right, so I'm going to get you an angel number, and then we'll get you some spirit messages to close this out. What is the angel number for this reading, please? Thank you. 1313, starting fresh. We have encouragement, ambition, foundations, creative endeavors, and communication. Step out of your comfort zone and begin creating something meaningful. Your skills and talents are aligned to bring you auspicious rewards. Build your confidence and trust in your decisions as you embark on new beginnings. 1313, new beginnings. And again, have the hope that you can have a new beginning, right? You're not stuck. You don't have to be in this trap of the mind. It's time to move forward. I'm getting that you reached a dead end anyways where you're at. Self-awareness is key. Take time today to go within and spend time with your soul. Go for a walk in nature and ground yourself. Meditate. Listen to your favorite music. Whatever you enjoy most, do that today. Yes, do that today. I don't know about where all of you live and where you come from, but this is what the sky looked like here last night. It rained a total of 4 inches. I put a jar outside and measured it this morning. So if it's flooded where you're at, I like to think of that as a fresh start too. It washes away the impurities. You wouldn't plant a seed and then dig it up every few minutes to see if it has grown. So why do you keep questioning yourself, your hard work, and your decisions? Have patience. Stop overthinking and keep watering your seeds. So that is all what this Seven of Pentacles is here. Have patience, because what you are working on will come to fruition. You just need to keep that hope. Don't place limits upon yourself. You are an infinite being with unlimited potential. You can have and be anything you want. Don't hold yourself back or allow anyone else to. This is your life. Live your truth and remain heart-centered at all times. You need to ignore what everyone else is doing and achieving. Your life is about breaking your own limits and outgrowing yourself to live your best life. You are not in competition with anyone else. Plan to outdo your past, not other people. Yes, comparison is the thief of joy. Last one. Look past what you feel are your incapabilities. Instead, focus on everything that you've achieved so far. It is okay to acknowledge your weaknesses, but keep in mind that they don't define you. Your strength and your beautiful soul are clear for all to see. Look at that. Yes, yes, yes. So, at the bottom of the deck, we have sit in silence for a moment and listen. The answers that you have been seeking are finally coming to you. Truly trust and believe that you are going to make it and be exactly where you need to be. We are on this journey with you. Hang in there. It's not much longer. There you go. There's your confirmation. Hang in there. Have that hope. Keep it alive. It's required for this journey. All right, everybody, this has been your message for today. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, go ahead and give it a like, share, subscribe. I'd truly appreciate it. If it didn't, that's okay. I do post messages multiple times a week, and I also send out your astrology ones, which would be for your particular astrology sign, sun, moon, or rising. If you think somebody else out there could use this message, go ahead and share it with them. But otherwise, I want to thank you all so much. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you fill your own cup up with love before you fill someone else's. Make sure you go within so you never go without. And keep in mind that I'm a beacon of light, here to help guide you through the darkness. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and so much love. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.